No, exactly. We don't want to do anything that's risky because we are on the way to the airport.
Let's not jeopardize our flight.
No.
What did you do for the week? I was stuck on the road
This
up
should
at
all
Princeton.
be good content for the video. So.
But yeah, no, that's. I feel like we've got 4x4. We've got like the active traction for getting you out of things. I've yet to get this thing stuck in a place where it doesn't just immediately drive out. And I've tried.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying I've tried. So
To him,
I
in
think
general.
it could probably get pretty nasty before we're like stuck.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So, why do you have to call it a good morning?
Is it not a good morning?
Mornings are never good. Mornings are just
I could have slept in.
You could have slept in. We
No,
literally
it's fine.
didn't have to leave this early.
Yeah.
But
What time did you go to bed, Mel, anyway?
Probably about 3:30.
Oh,
That's
wow.
not bad at all. When I went to bed, I was definitely like, and I'm going to wake up to Mel still being awake because she was putting together a YouTube video.
YouTube.
I
I don't know who
honestly-
does those things.
Right. I honestly could have had it done way sooner. I was sitting on mute chatting away, so.
Well, hopefully you're tired enough that you can go to bed early today. I'm kind of hoping that. I didn't sleep very long. I'm like, I hope I can go to bed like at... Okay, I want to say 7 p.m., but I know realistically I'm hoping I'm sleeping at 10 or 11.
Yeah.
So my plan is to not, honestly, just not get a good night's sleep.
You were picking
Yeah.
us up at 4 a.m.
So depends how much time you need, but we need to leave at like 3:45.
So just do work?
Yep. We'll be waking up with Jim.
Basically, yeah. Waking up
and then
because
we have an hour drive to the airport.
yeah. This
Mind
is,
you, at that point, that drive should be very nice. And,
but this is the only stupid early.
yeah.
All the rest are super chill and after. Yeah, they're much better. They're much better.
So our flight out of Houston, we have to. Be
Yeah,
there
Houston will be early in the morning too, but not this stupid
well,
early.
for us, more so than not like on our down to Belize, but on our way back.
Okay.
Leaving from Houston to go home. Ours is going to be a bit more early morning than yours. Yeah, like we leave 2 hours before you do.
Hey, look, you guys are on YouTube. So we got a full crew this time, and I'm not in the driver's seat.
How does it feel not being in the driver's seat?
It's wrong. It's all wrong.
We get 3 J's and an M.
Yeah.
Three J's and M.
The misfit over here.
We can change you to a J somehow.
Oh, I know, Jello D.
Well, I'm thinking Crim. Well, that'd be Jim.
Yeah, we got James and Jim. Just don't call James Jim. I'm okay with it.
Do people call you Jim because of James?
Some people do, and somebody's like, "Oh, can I call you Jim?" And I'm like, "You can, but I'm not going to answer.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
I'm not Jim." So what's really amazing is I'm pretty sure I had this conversation. So when I started the job that I work at now, the same clothing company does the outfits. Well, he got me the temporary coveralls that I would have until the ones that were actually suited for me, like the ones that are fit for me, because the coveralls are different style. The coverall he gave me had the tag Jim on it.
You want to exit here shortly? Maybe that's it right here.
Is that it?
That's it. Yeah.
All right. Excellent.
Just turn right off right
beautiful
here.
navigation.
I know. I did a
can
good
see
job.
why you do driving.
Just exit right over here. Drive through the park, and we can do it again. We have no idea if this is going to work, by the way. We want to drive part way up Copper Mountain. You just drive right to the stop sign and loop around.
Well, I think everybody should call Juan John. That's, you know, the English version of it.
People do call me John every now and then. They assume that I go with John because I'm in Canada.
That's a big assumption.
I know in high school there were 3 Juans. The first the first day in grade 9 high school, the teacher reads out Juan the first time and is like, "Oh, that's interesting. Like, haven't had a student with that name before." A little further down, there's a second Juan here. He's like, "Is this a mistake?" The other guy goes, No, I'm over here too. You can call me John." And the first guy's John too. Both said they wanted to be called John. And then at the bottom, gets down to the Rempels on the bottom there, and it's like, okay, is this some kind of joke? It's like he's never heard of the name Juan in his class before, and all of a sudden there's 3 of us. I'm like, I'm staying with the name Juan.
Yeah.
I'm not a John.
Even if you were going to be a John before, you're not now. Someone has to not be John. Although I guess that's a lie. There's a role-playing game called Everyone is John. You play one character.
Oh,
between
really?
A group of people. So your character might be a bit schizophrenic.
Did you read or listen to, sorry, the 7.5 deaths of Evelyn something or other?
No, I don't think I did.
Oh, okay.
This is book?
It's an audiobook. It was really good. I got it on a sale on Audible, but it's like
I might have to add that to my list too.
it's a murder mystery that takes place over like 7 days or 8 days, however many deaths, because she dies every day, and the main character is trying to save her. So every day he gets a different perspective of a different guest that's at this gathering.
So it's like the usual murder mystery whodunit sort of deal, except for does she die differently every time?
No, she
Okay,
doesn't.
so she always dies the same way.
She dies
just
the
trying to
same
sort it
way.
out. Okay.
But she's a different personality each time?
No, she is the same person.
Okay, so he's getting a different
So
perspective.
she's stuck in
Main
Groundhog
character's
Day.
getting a different perspective.
So
It's funny
he is a
because,
different person in that. Okay.
So
So he jumps from one character to another each time.
yeah, there's like I can't remember how they explain it, but think
Oh,
of
so
it like
he's not even a he. He can be male, female,
Yeah.
switching to different characters. Okay.
so the player. I will define it as that. Although he does identify as a dude.
Okay.
Just out for a walk in the middle of
I don't know. Some dude standing in a ditch for some reason.
He's burying a body.
Welcome to Princeton.
So he jumps around from a couple of different hosts, and there are a couple of other players. So there's like, it's kind of a lot like Among Us, except for there's one Among Us, and there's like potentially more than one killer.
Basically,
This might be the best way to describe it.
more than a couple
Yeah.
imposters.
Now I'll have to have you remind me of that so I can put it on our
Yeah.
list.
I really enjoyed it because it was definitely like got me
What's it
thinking.
called?
It's like 7.5
deaths.
or 8.5 deaths. Hang on, I'll find
8.5 deaths.
of Evelyn something. It's a long title. It's like a steep
Yeah,
title.
I'll put that on my audio. Is there an audiobook of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll put that on audio list book. Yeah, that sounds interesting.
So doing I'm basically doing another listen of The Expanse. Once I'm done listening to The Expanse, I'll need something new to listen to.
The Expanse is such a good listen.
Did you say that? And then
Yeah.
you keep
Oh, we haven't
listening to
finished the last book.
Or you keep
What?
listening to the same thing.
I have not listened to The Expanse more than twice.
We still have the last book
There's
to
no
listen
part of The
to.
Expanse I've listened to more than twice.
The 7.5 deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle.
Oh,
Evelyn
Hardcastle.
Hardcastle.
Yeah.
7.5 deaths of
Let's
Evelyn
see.
Hardcastle.
Doesn't it give me a download?
Yep, I'll put that on the list.
It'll give me details if I click the right thing.
We're listening to Backyard Starship right now.
Sci-fi or not sci-fi?
Yeah, it's literally
Ah,
space
there we
travel
go.
and stuff.
That's
like
I'm like
that.
this could go like I'm like this is either like good old fashioned sci-fi or it's very much
A
not.
black card.
It's
Evelyn Hardcastle.
not a very
Being
in-depth
murdered.
and detailed world.
So it's not hard
Like-
sci-fi or
It,
Murdered
it is
11
sci-fi. You're
men.
doing. It's more story.
There are
Like
8
when you listen to
days,
Expanse,
8
you have
witnesses
such
for you to
detail and
inhabit.
how
and technologies.
technologies, all that is explained. In Backyard Starship, none of that is explained. There's no explanation how these engines work, how cloaking works, none of that.
Well, that
It's
seems
just
really
a story.
interesting. Yeah, put it to my
that's
wish
definitely
list.
the difference between hard
I
and
actually have
soft
2
sci-fi.
credits. I
Yeah.
could
Hard
probably buy
sci-fi
it if
goes.
we have enough
Everything needs to
self-service.
like at least
Make sense.
fundamentally make sense.
Yeah. This
like
is definitely very soft.
Gravity doesn't exist unless you're somehow creating gravity. Is hard sci-fi.
Backyard
Soft
Starship
sci-fi
is a kid could get a. It's more like a kid's book.
Yeah.
I'm getting stuff out of it, but it's not like hard sci-fi. That's
like-
adult
yeah.
content. You have
like
to actually.
Star Wars is very soft sci-fi.
Yeah.
It's not bad sci-fi. It's just it's space opera, not basically
across
like
that.
scientific
Opera singer again. He is like
scientifically accurate.
So I've got a question. Why do bigwigs call out every mile on this road?
You would know better than
I don't understand why. What's the point? Like they always go copper 1 down, copper 1 up, copper 2 up. They call out every mile they're going up and down this road, but I don't. It's 2-lane highway the whole way.
Is it like this all the way up?
I don't know. But why do call outs? Why do copper up 7? That's where we're right now.
Yeah.
We're copper up 7.
'Cause-
Why do those call outs? It doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, because it's
Like
unless you're barreling down the center of the road, you shouldn't need to do cons.
So what I'm hearing is they're going too fast and they're coming down here in the center of the road.
Maybe,
do you know
yeah.
what they're hauling? Is it trees or is it copper?
copper. Well,
Basically from the mine. Anyway.
it's unrefined anything.
Yeah.
It is just the dirt from the mine, the rocks from the mine that go to Vancouver somewhere. They get refined somewhere else. So it's unrefined from the best that I know. I don't think, maybe they do some minor refining over here. I don't know.
I mean,
But they pull out mostly copper here. They
yeah.
pull out gold and zinc and
Yeah.
all the other stuff too.
I'm in the middle of
But you can see the
Count Monte Cristo.
mine hill on the other side there.
Original one.
I don't think I've actually read the original one.
That's like okay.
It
So
is
I
a
watched,
long, dry book.
What book?
I am
Count of Monte
really
Cristo.
enjoying it.
Count of Monte Cristo.
Well, it's written with a different sensibility than
Yeah,
we have today.
I find that if it's
I'm not
something
saying it's
I
bad
like
or so much as it's
vaguely interested in or have an interest in, period, it's not as dry as everybody tells me it is because I have interest in the subject matter.
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone listened to the book or read the book Battlefield Earth?
Yeah. I
Yes.
read
Was
that
was
book.
the book good?
Yes, with caveats.
I hear mixed. Yeah, I've heard
I got
mixed
it.
reviews. I almost bought it as an
It's
audiobook,
a
but
3-book combo.
the movie
She
was
put it that way, and I was like,
kinda
oh, I could
sucked.
listen
The
to
movie
that.
was
Hopefully the narrator's
atrocious.
good.
So
Yeah.
it's a 2,000-page book.
Sometimes you get like the combo
I
books.
think it
and
was
it's
a
like,
2,000-page book.
This
I
is
don't
a
know. It
combo
might have
book
not been a
because
2,000-page book.
the narrator
All I remember is it was
sucks.
ridiculously
What's with stuff?
long.
Like, I love the movie
people
Dune.
look because
but
I
wanna
read that in
read the
high
book,
school and
but
people
the
looked at
narrator
me and went,
apparently does the same
"What the
voice for
hell?"
everybody.
why you're reading a book
Because it
that
was
long.
like
Okay, I
that,
can't get it then.
Because it was a ridiculously long book. But basically,
Yeah.
Oh, either they keep it the same or
it
they
tells the
change
story of humans.
the same voice between characters.
Basically,
never keep it
rising up against their oppressors
Same and
and fighting back,
I
and then kind of
hesitate
doing
to
the
say
thing that
I'd
civilization
probably
does,
be
and,
an okay
I think it's good.
reader.
I think it's totally worth.
So
as
very-
long as the
I
reader
would wanna
is
do-
half decent.
Like
I
voice
would
lessons
honestly
before
probably listen to it.
I'd actually
I
do
didn't
Yeah.
care for the reader a lot.
Like,
Yeah.
I have an
Um,
understanding
Ooh.
of a lot of stuff, but not.
But that's my one thing. Basically, if the reader sucks, that's a really long book to be
Skill,
stuck with
per
the
se.
reader for.
I have
But
acting.
it also
grade
was a
12
good,
under my belt.
a good book.
That's about it.
So I read it was a very
that
political
you,
book.
Corny could point you in the right
Yes.
direction
Ooh,
because
that's
he
true.
does voiceover for
Really, what it is
anime,
it's
movies, and all that
Oh yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's a colonization story, except for instead of the basically the colonists have become aliens.
There's a couple that I was
And
looking
basically
into. There's
declaring
actually somebody
independence
in
goes about as
that I
well
think
as
probably I
it
could
could
go
in
to.
human civilization.
There's a couple. There's
I know. I think it was a
somebody
good
on
book.
YouTube
I remember
that
enjoying
does
it.
lessons. that does,
But
like,
one of the
private
big things
lessons
about
or
it was
something.
basically just that it was such a long book.
I
But it's like-
hesitate because anybody.
It could have been honestly 3
this
books,
is
and
like
then no
one
one would
of
have cared.
those
Like Lord of the Rings is a ridiculously long book.
perceptions
But people
that I
don't
think is either
necessarily think it is
way
because they
off
separate
or
into
on.
Three separate books.
But
Yeah.
if you're on
It's not 3
YouTube,
books, it's 1 book.
and I
It's
have
one
watched
big
your
book.
video,
Yeah.
there's a good chance a lot of other people have watched your video and you don't actually have time.
Yep.
I still debate that Lord of the Rings made 3 movies. That made sense.
Yes.
The Hobbit
There's
should have
also
been
sites
1
like
movie.
Skillshare is another good one.
Yep.
Yeah.
That one.
Check out.
Yep.
That was
'Cause
when
I could probably find something
when
on
we
there
went to
too.
the theaters, I actually thought it was going to be 2 movies for some reason. And I basically walked out of the theaters after the second movie going, there's not enough for another movie.
Yeah.
This was already padded up so bad, I already know what the third movie's going to be. I don't even want to go watch the third movie because it's just going to be padding.
For what?
Lord of the Hobbit.
Hobbits.
The Lord
Lord
of
of the Hobbits.
Lord
No,
of
like
the
Lord of the
Hobbit.
Rings is some of the best, like one of the best films.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings
the
is
last
an awesome
couple decades.
film for what the books are. It holds true to the books.
Basically, they're good.
The Hobbit, and then same with the TV series out now. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's like
They're piggybacking off the success.
Yeah. It's not planned out well enough to do well. What gets me is because people go, oh, blah, 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 budget. It's like, it's not budget. It's let someone who really cares about it have control. Have creative control. But basically, creative control gets, basically goes to an office of executives who basically look at, well, what do we need to be successful? Well, you know, this movie did this thing and it was really successful, so we need to incorporate elements of that. And it's like, but does that actually work? Does it actually fit what you do? It's like Lord of the Rings, when it came out, was kind of a big gamble for the studio because they were doing things that basically went,
this is new, out of the norm.
basically the current trends are this, and we stepped out of that. But it was done well. Creative direction was concise, and so it worked.
I forget exactly what movie. I want to say that Harry Potter they are thinking about redoing. And I'm like, why?
Rebooting Harry Potter.
I think that's what they're thinking of doing, if I remember correctly.
Because it's a cash cow.
It's a cash cow, yeah. Honestly, movies. You used to have these really good movies back in the day that you don't get these days, and Netflix, I think, killed it because you used to be able to release a movie in a theater and not do good in the theater, but get really good at rentals and selling the movie. Nobody buys or rents movies anymore.
Yeah.
So Netflix has killed the way people, because you can't make the same amount of money off of Netflix
Basically-
as you did off of rentals back in the day.
Well,
Because a rental company would buy 100 of your movie so that they could rent out to 100 different people, right?
Yeah. And that's like basically miniseries and stuff like that are basically the equivalent of those movies now.
Yes. Yeah, you have to tell those stories in miniseries now.
Yeah.
TV series.
Which I think for a lot of movies that works out better because you have more time to tell the story. It just, some miniseries really tell one cohesive story, and others forget that they're not a usual TV show and basically stumble around.
Wait, I was going to look at a map to see.
What I find interesting is that the road technically goes that way.
Huh. That's on the map. That's the way the main road
I mean,
goes.
that's what it looks like. Maybe I'm
Active
wrong.
mining area without approval. So we're not allowed to go in here. It says nobody's allowed in here without prior approval. That's what that sign said. Active mining area, no access without approval of the general manager. So I guess that's the end of our road here.
Well, let's find a place to turn around.
Yeah, let's. Might be a way before we find a place to turn around. We'll
I
have
think
to.
you could put a nice pullets around a sign like that, so that people could turn around.
So that's as far as we're allowed to go. But the mine's right there. Yeah, we're. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so the mine is right there. That's kind of cool.
All right. Yeah, that's the thing of strip mines like this. It's like I think the only really good way to see them is probably from air.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you can do what we did the one time with the Henley one with the quad.
That
Yeah.
was. Sometimes you find back roads in.
Yeah, that was fun.
And back roads like that haven't been traveled for a long time, there seems to be no signing on those. And all of a sudden we're inside of a restricted area. It's like, oh, as we're leaving the place, it's like, oh, right. Apparently we weren't allowed in this area.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm not going to bore you with the road going back down just the way we came, so we'll end the video right here. And then tomorrow's video will be, I guess, in Blees.
Nope.
Yes, tomorrow's video will be in Blees. We won't be in Blees tomorrow, but tomorrow's video will be in Blees.
Fair.
Oh, look, that's cool. That's the tailings pond over there.
Yes.
So there's a dam on this side and on the other side. So this is the dam on, yeah, so cool. Highway 3's on the other side of that tailings pond. Seeing more on the way back now. So yeah, I won't actually shoot a video tomorrow. Having said that, I will shoot video tomorrow. It will be for the bonus episode on the weekend. So if you guys want to see more stuff, hit that join button for like 99 cents a month. I know it'll break your bank, but if 100 people do 99 cents a month, it starts adding up.
This is quite the downgrade.
You didn't feel it was that steep going up, huh?
I mean, I felt it was steep going up, but it's mostly basically down in second. The driver still wants to accelerate quite a bit.
It's only a blue. You're fine. It's only a blue.
I mean, would this really be a blue run?
Yep. Depends on what hill you're at.
I mean, yeah, this would not be a blue on Apex.
This would be a green on Apex.
So different ski hills would have different.
Well, usually, so the worst run on a ski hill is going to be a black diamond at the least, and the least is going to be a green.
Okay.
Sometimes that least is a little bit more intense.
Basically, this ski hill's not for beginners.
Yeah.
Apex is not for beginners.
I mean,
in
yeah.
general.
You as a beginner, you're fine, but there's basically two runs where you're like,
But
this
you
is
see
a
lots of
good
that.
beginner run.
Like,
And I don't count Grandfather's Trail.
people come up
It's
to
awful.
the bunny hill to get worked
Grandfather's
out
Trail is
because the
really
bunny hill's
easy.
so steep.
The bunny hill's too steep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is like that I can get because like when you're first learning, you don't
Just trying to balance on the skis in the first
Yeah.
place. Yeah.
So I don't know the last time you guys have been out to Apex, which we should maybe go to months before we're closed down for the season. But
I mean, we should take him skiing sometime.
We should go skiing someday.
do that. I don't know how you feel about skiing.
Depends on the day.
I mean, I could totally rent a snowboard and learn how to snowboard while you guys figure out skis.
Yeah, it would be inexpensive, but at least we would know if we wanted to get into it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd have to buy some new snow pants and some simple stuff like that, but yeah.
Like,
And
That's
a helmet.
my recommendation.
Like you have your
Your first thing
your
going?
work snowsuit.
Juan can probably bypass this, but your first day going, you're going to go on a Friday evening because it's cheap and you can get your stuff and dick around on the bunny hill for the entire time and not feel bad.
Okay.
And then once you're comfortable on the bunny hill, the next time you go out, you can go for a full day and get the most out of your full day pass. And start by like riding on the stocks for the entire day.
Well, that's where I feel like for Juan, with Juan having better availability for the weekends, the best plan would be go up Friday night.
Yeah. On a day that I get home early.
Yeah, do the Bunny Hill stuff, because the Bunny Hill is open during evenings. The rest of the mountain isn't. And then go up on a Saturday and
do the rest of
actually
it.
ski.
Yeah.
Okanagan
All right,
is still part
let's
of it.
end this video. So thank you guys for watching. Hit the thumbs up, whatever I'm supposed to say at the end.
Subscribe.
And as a rule, I always pull the air horn to end the video.
We got no air horn.
There's no air horns here, so
I want
what
you
kind
to
of-
best toot
let,
sound.
let's at least hear. We got to end the video with a horn.
You've got to convince him to blow his air horn.
Yeah. No.
Nope.
Tried.
There we go. We tried.
Welcome to my world.
We tried.
He waved.
Yeah.
He thought I was waving.
You're not small and cute enough.
I know. I always wave at all big rigs when I'm driving my personal vehicle. I'm always waving at everybody. I'm like, nobody's waving. All right. I'm nobody.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're out of here. You guys rock.
Adios.